got some cell phones. There you go, lift that one up, we'll just replace it, bam. You got it. 10 boxes. Where do you want them? Beautiful, beautiful. Hi, my name is Brad Armstrong. I'm the president here at the Pacebutler Corporation. And a little bit of my history, I was born in California, Inglewood, and at 18 months old, my mom decided it was time for us to come to Oklahoma, to Sooner Nation. So I kind of grew up in Norman. I went to Norman High, you know, class of '02, go Tigers. And so from there, I went on to the work world. So how I started out working at Pacebutler. This time, I met Tom Pace when I was probably 19 years old, and I met him. Well, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so like the first time that I actually came to work for Pacebutler was in 2010, and back then, like I didn't really understand what it looked like being a professional outside of work. I was dealing with some issues and behaviors that were not going to equal success long term, and so within a few months, I was asked to kind of leave or didn't show back up or however it went. But it took me 9 years to come back to Pacebutler. And for the next 9 years, every time I got a new opportunity or another job or another career, like I always wished I was back here at Pacebutler, and I always kind of thought and had in my head, like, if I ever get another shot there, man, I'm gonna give it my best go, you know. And so when I was, you know, as life had it, you know, those behaviors outside of work that I was exhibiting landed me in a tight spot. And in about 2015, had been 3 years since I had slept inside. I was sleeping outside in bushes, on top of abandoned buildings and cars that were abandoned. Anywhere that I could feel safe for the night, that's where I would sleep. And so it took about 3 years of sleeping outside till I landed myself in some hot water with the law, and I was in Cleveland County Jail, and that's where I found another copy of the book, Mentor, The Kid and the CEO. And Tom's number is on the back of it. I reached out to him from county jail and just told him kind of why I was there, what was going on, and the trouble I was in, and he started mentoring me right there on the spot from the jail phone. And I didn't know that mentally that I had gone to a place that just wasn't healthy, it wasn't safe, like, and a lot of people didn't know if I could return from. And Tom was working with me on the jail, and I was there about 8 months, and he came up to a court date and he talked to my judge and said, "Hey, Brad's not a bad guy that needs to go to jail. He's a sick guy that needs to get better. And I know a way of life where I can teach him how to be better." And they released me to his custody, and I got to go out and start working at Pacebutler in 2015 for $8 an hour, making outbound calls to other companies to see if they had any type of devices or cell phones or tablets that they weren't using anymore. And that's where my humble beginnings began, you know, to a guy like Tom, you know, that can take a guy like me that's just been in trouble his whole life from talking too much and having too much energy and going crazy, and seeing the value in that and turning it into an asset that in return has affected my family in so many ways. You know, my mom got her son back, you know, my brother got his Bubba back, and you know, and I've learned to be an incredible dad, you know, and I got to feel that role, and I'm so grateful to the men that have gone before me that stuck their hand back, you know what I mean, to help me along, help me get out of the mud puddle as well. So I don't know if there's anything quite like a feeling of gratitude that somebody pulls you out of a sinking ship, you know, and puts you on safe harbor. So I'm super grateful to men that have gone before me and continue to show me the way.